Good day, friends. My name is Paulo de Alba, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. Today's gospel is taken from Luke chapter 14, verses 1 and 7 to 14. One Sabbath, when Jesus went to eat in the house of a prominent Pharisee, he was being carefully watched. When he noticed how the guests picked the places of honor at the table, he told them this parable. When someone invites you to a wedding feast, do not take a place of honor, for a person more distinguished than you may have been invited. If so, the host who invited both of you will come and say to you, "Give this person your seat." Then, humiliated, you will have to take the least important place. But when you are invited, take the lowest place, so that when your host comes, he will say to you, "Friend, move up to a better place." Then you will be honored in the presence of all the other guests. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Then Jesus said to his host, "When you give a luncheon or dinner, do not invite your friends, or brothers or sisters, your relatives, or your rich neighbors. If you do, they may invite you back, and so you'll be repaid. But when you give a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed. Although they cannot repay you, you will be repaid in the resurrection of the righteous." Today's gospel teaches a lot about humility. Becoming a Christian, following Christ, and being wanting to be more like him, we ought to be humble like him. And Jesus is observing a banquet, and people are putting themselves in seats of honor. They're fighting to be in the most important place. And I see that today in our world. You even hear the word, "Do you even know who I am?" When people don't recognize you or recognize your importance, you start to try to assert yourself, your importance. But Jesus tells us it's more important to be humble, to put yourself in the lowest place, like he did. He was the master, but he made himself the servant of all. Do not exalt yourself. Be humble and let the one who invited you exalt you. It's the same way in our Christian life. We want to just do the hard work. We want to become a better Christian every day. And the Lord invites us to continue to be more and more like him. But it's difficult. It's hard to do. You see, my son is a football player. He's 9 years old now, or about to turn 9. And he works hard playing football. He missed about 2 years because of the pandemic. And so he's getting back just this year. And there's a tournament coming up, a tournament in Singapore. So the best players are invited to go there. And since he's just coming back, we didn't encourage him to join. We weren't even thinking that he would be probably joining the group, but we just encouraged him to work hard and just do his role, do his part in training. And so he did. So he put a lot of hard work into it. He thought about it a lot every day. In fact, even outside of training, he would think about football. It's his passion. When I asked him what he wants to be when he grows up, he wants to be a football player, a professional football player. So it's his passion. He wants to work hard for it. And he does. And to our surprise, he was invited to go to the Singapore tournament. And he was called up. He was called up to the tournament. And we're very happy for him because he put in the hard work. In the same way as my son put the hard work, the head work, and the heart work, the same goes with us in being a Christian. The Lord calls us to be humble by being more and more like him. And every day, for us to be more like him, we need to get to know him. We need to do the hard work, have our prayer time, read more about the Bible. We need to do the head work, reflect on how his teachings affect us, how his teachings ought to transform our lives to be more like him. And also, we need to do the hard work, to allow the Lord to increase the love in our hearts for him, not only for him, but for our neighbors. To love not because we're going to be loved in return, but simply to love because it's our call. So we do the hard work, we do the head work, and we do the heart work. So that when people look at us, we don't even need to ask, "Do you even know who I am?" I pray that when they see you, they see Jesus in you. So let's humble ourselves that Jesus may be exalted. God bless you and have a blessed week ahead.